And that'll be the final home game of the career for Coach Joyce Compton.
As the 2010 season ended for the University of South Carolina's softball team, former head coach Joyce Compton closed the books on her career, retiring after 24 years at the school. Beverly Smith took over and began working with the team last fall. As the 2011 preseason begins, Smith wants the team to start the new year with a new chapter. Spirits were high and temperatures low as the Gamecocks opened practice the second week of January. After being apart over winter break, the team had some catching up with each other as well as celebrating to do.
Can you tell? Do we look happy? We look kind of happy, don't we?
After a quick warm-up, it was time to see where the team was and get them back into the swing of things.
You guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. I tell you, I was thrilled when Coach Jay texted me and she said, Bev, there are 7 girls in the locker room. It was 12:40, and she said they are dressed and ready to go. And I thought, wow, we have an hour and a half before practice and you're already here. Day 1, new chapter. Let's get it started.
Second group, go! Let's go 5 steps one way, then turn 5 steps the other.
So we should have 2 with Scooney, 2 off of home plate, 4 on tees. On your load, bring your hands a little bit more towards me, not strap. There you go.
Focus should be on timing. Our focus should be on approach and preparing ourselves for a live game.
And we moved me center and got the weight transfer. And then now that I was here, I was overemphasizing that, and everything was out here.
Everything was behind you. And,
yeah. And then it just gets long and loopy and horrible and all that.
I like it. Good girl.
Arbon, no gloves, huh? Tougher than anybody. I thought the first day went great. The girls were excited to be here. It was amazing. They were here an hour and a half before practice, so excited, ready to start. A little chilly today, but I think we're going to be tough, so it was a good way to start out. We're going to have bigger obstacles to face than chilly weather this year. So the girls came out, they worked hard. We just kept it moving, kept it fast, and accomplished. Okay, short and sweet. Short and sweet, day 1, nice job.
Having played college and professional softball, Coach Smith certainly knows the game well. Although she had not originally intended on coaching being her career, she found a passion for it after returning to the game as a high school coach in her home state of Texas.
After playing at UNC, I went back to Houston and got my first job at the University of Houston in their marketing department in athletics. But I got a phone call from the athletic director at Episcopal High School, and he wanted me to come out and coach part-time. One thing I didn't want to do when I graduated was coach and teach, because I grew up really in a family of educators and I just wanted to do something else. I was going to head to law school. But when he called, I thought, well, that would be fun. Do it part-time, you'd give back to the game, that would be a nice opportunity. Well, got there, started doing it, fell in love with it. I just loved being outside, I loved being with the girls, and it was kind of like your hair caught on fire. I think I knew pretty quickly that's what I was supposed to do. So then I got a full-time job teaching and coaching.
It wasn't long before she got a call from her former coach, Donna Papa, at the University of North Carolina.
Coach Papa called me, my coach from UNC, and she wanted me to come be her pitching coach. and really her first full-time assistant. So, you know, it's just something different when your alma mater calls, and I was really excited about the professional opportunity to go back to UNC.
Smith worked at her alma mater for 12 years, building a reputation as one of the nation's top pitching coaches before coming to South Carolina. Moving into the position of head coach, Smith knew before she could build up the program, she would have to build a strong staff. As a start, she brought in a fellow coach from North Carolina, Janelle Brenneman.
Janelle and I had worked together at North Carolina 5 years. I certainly knew what she was capable of on the field. She was a tremendous coach. But when you think of the number of people you just trust, that you knew, that I knew, you know, if I wasn't standing there, that practice would be run the way I wanted it to be run. That was just such a limited number.
So we've got to start here, stay, and then just get on top, but we've got to keep that angle right with that line.
We worked extremely well together. I knew how professional she was, how competent she was in her position. But just the trustworthy part to me was key for the first assistant, because I felt like I knew I'd be pulled a lot of different directions, and you needed just someone really solid in that first position. I knew what together Janelle and I could do and what we could accomplish, so it's just like my shoulders went down. I took this sigh of relief, and then got to, okay, what do I want to do with my next position?
With Brenneman in place, Smith knew she needed one more thing to complete the coaching staff.
When really looking at the stats and just doing some research on the team, I wanted someone who had a real passion to hit. So I started asking around. Of course, a lot of people applied and were interested in the position. I was talking to a lot of qualified people for the position, and I asked a friend of mine who I have a lot of respect for in the coaching world a recommendation on a hitting coach. And he immediately said, Calvin Beeman. He's been great with the girls.
Hit him in the mouth!
Hit him in the mouth!
He's a great instructor.
You understand what I mean by sequence with her? You know, same movements, same principles in pitching mechanics we're trying to implement in hitting, okay?
Makes sense.
All right. When you get over there, good timing, feel free, you know, feel athletic, feel dominant.
So it's been a lot of fun. I feel like we've got this great flow.
After day one of practice, the team had its first meeting of the year. Coach Smith and other staff members went over the team's practice and travel schedule, as well as academic requirements and community service.
Every year there's another program that really helps to prepare you for life after graduation. So when you leave USC, you're hopefully more prepared than other student athletes coming out of other schools. So we're really trying to be proactive in supporting you guys. Second area I work on is community service, and first and foremost I want to commend you guys. You did an excellent job. Over 200, almost 250 hours of community service just for the one semester, and that by far beats any other team of your size.
When the meeting ended, the players and coaches were ready to head home and rest up for the days ahead. But with winter weather warnings in the forecast, their plans for practice were left up in the air. Although softball is a spring sport, winter weather can still create problems during preseason preparation. When snow fell on South Carolina and ice formed on the roads, the state shut down. With classes and practice canceled, the players took advantage of being snowed in and got together to hang out.
Oh, just wait, it gets better.
Can you touch this? Can you touch this?
Kelly, why are you just beating me? Oh my God, you're not so much. Okay, it's Monday. We didn't have school today. It's icy outside, and we are getting our cardio in today by playing the Wii. And Chris is beating all of us right now, but yeah, that's okay.
Evan, you're not even moving and you're still beating
I'm trying
me.
to talk. Okay, me and Kelly are better. She just follows directions then. It doesn't matter. I'm still the winner. This is how we spend our snow days. The random view that we have. Ready for practice tomorrow. Make sure you show that to Coach Smith.
While weather conditions kept classes from starting another day, it was time for the team to get back to work. The Gamecocks took to the indoor facility for a voluntary practice.
We're going to work on communication with fly balls. We're going to be working on working through and backing up the person who's not catching. Okay? Guys ready? Call it. Good. We'll work through. Good.
And if I catch it and I'm here, it looks a lot different than if I catch and I'm catching the outside of this screw ball and I can grab it from over here and then punch in. Nice, that's a good pitch. That's a good pitch. Good adjustment too. Good, Julie, that looks better. Yep, some right here. And just watch it spin. Nice and loose. Good, nice spin on the ball. Good. High, so what do I need to do? What's my adjustment?
No,
yep. Sooner.
Transition into it and our throw. Okay? 4 huge components that we need every time we field a ball. Okay? So what happens if my glove work isn't there? Okay? We're not going to be able to transition, we're not going to be able to throw. Okay? So I want to emphasize that every time you're doing a backhand, every time you're doing a short hop, I want you to focus on those 4 areas.
This way, out.
Right, so when you get up there, you give it a little bit of juke and then jump out.
I face to the wall then.
Yeah, you're going to go to the sideline, okay? You ready? Yeah. Break it down. On 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. On hut 1. You guys ready? Come on, get on the line. We got to get on the line. Man to man, let's be athletic. Down. Good. Hut. Jackie's touchdown. Touchdown! This is something that helps us with being athletic, so it builds athleticism. You know, as a cornerback, you have to be able to run with your eyes on the ball and run at an angle. So for us, it's just a fun way to mix up practice and take some of the monotony out of just catching a softball all the time. Just work on overall athleticism, so that's what we use it for. Let's do it like this. You do a short button hook, you do a long button hook, or you do the long and back, okay? So you're going to be about 10 yards out, she's going to be about 20 yards out.
Yeah.
You guys are on the same side. Ready? Break it down. What are we breaking down on? Hit him in the mouth?
Yeah.
All right, you call it.
Hit him in the mouth on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hit him in the mouth!
The team's commitment to hard work is part of Smith's hope to restore the softball program to its former glory. It was during fall meetings that she introduced what would become the team's theme for the upcoming season.
And we had a couple of meetings this fall, and we started it out, and the very first meeting I had was called History and Traditions. And I wanted to know all about the history and traditions of South Carolina softball, because truthfully it's not about forgetting the past. We want to honor that. We want to honor the past. We want to keep the traditions that are strong here, as well as create our new ones for us. But the meeting after that, we called the new chapter. And that motto has kind of stuck a little bit. But in the new chapter meeting was really just us introducing team roles, our expectations, and the things that probably were going to be a little bit different from the past. But the girls have really embraced it, and we've kind of kept the new chapter theme.
As the team continues preparation for the spring, Smith and the staff want to be sure they remember their vision, discussing the goals in place and reminding them to plan for success by making every game count.
We play 56 games. We play 56 games, and to be eligible to be in the NCAA tournament, you must be 500.
I think attitude is going to be the #1 thing that changes this boat or turns this boat around for us, because our attitude as a team is totally going to feed the rest of our motto is going hard.
And I think for any team that plays, any coach that coaches, your ultimate goal is obviously to win the national championship, for sure, and I certainly want one, okay? However, one thing is for sure and constant: you can't win a national championship if you're not in the tournament, okay? So to me, if we make our goal to be in the NCAA tournament, we have a shot at competing for national championship.
With the first week of practice underway and their eyes on the prize, the team will continue to have heart, build attitude, be relentless, and demonstrate discipline as they work hard to write South Carolina softball's new chapter.